Hey, what up YouTube? This is the first appearance of Chill with the Skipper, and today I'm bringing you a recorded battle of a game me and my partner here played today against Virus Counterfact and Virus Warcry. And me, HMG Red Skipper, and my friend HMG Red, so that can a little confusing. I'm playing as Prussia, Virus Counterfact is playing as Britain, Virus Warcry is playing as France, and HMG Red is playing as Russia. So this is my build. I'll put it up on the screen here. There it is. There. And this is HMG Red's build. I'll put that up on the screen. It's right here. All right. So this is actually, like as I mentioned, we played this game today, and it was actually a really good game. I haven't been playing a whole lot of clan games lately, mostly, that's just the fact. I just really haven't been playing many clan games or very many good games at all. So yeah, it was actually a really nice surprise to play a really good game on Grassy Flatlands against Virus, who's a very good clan. And it was loads of fun to play against these guys. So I'm going to fast forward here and show you guys their builds. Alright, so here we go. Game is started. And this is Virus Counterfact's build. He is playing, as I mentioned before, he's playing as Great Britain. And this is his build up here. Not very many cav at all, which is really kind of weird for a 3v3 or 2v2 at Grassy Flatlands. Usually you want quite a bit of cav. And over here, this is Virus Warcry fielding a French army, and I'll put his build up on the screen, and that's right here. So basically what happens is we all just basically rush up our armies, and they have this huge gap in between them, which we didn't really exploit too much because we don't really have the cav advantage here, because I just have a hammer as Prussia over here with 4 cav, some foot guards, and a musketeer, and I only have 2 hussars over here, and they're not going to do too well against chasseurs de cheval, even though one of them is a life hussar. So I'll show you my formations here. So basically I'm just lining up here. And he has a hammer too, as you can see. He's got foot guards, foot guards, foot guards, and 3 things of foot out in the open. So he's basically just going to try and push here, which I don't let him until the very end. And luckily it backfires on him, and I actually get a nice little advantage off of that. So now me and Counterfact have lined up our lights for the good old light fight. And he's going to start trying to flank me over here, which I'm not going to allow because I don't like getting flanked at all. That's not very fun for me. I didn't pay much attention over here because I'm paying way too much attention to Counterfact, who's actually a really good player. But over here we have Red pushing up his lights and some lifeguards up on Warcry, who's going to push up his voltigeurs. And he has a setup here where he has no line protecting his lights, but he doesn't really need too much because these voltigeurs can stake and basically defend themselves. I've also seen builds where they just pull over their shooter cav and just leave the shooter cav in the middle to protect the lights, and then they leave their line open and undefended for them. So yeah, so here's the opening engagements basically, and I push up a thing of musketeers, and luckily they got the first shot off, but I don't really care. It's a thing of musketeers. I'd rather have my lights than musketeers. And he gets the first, or I get the first shot off with my Prussians, and I barely lose any men, except he's starting to flank me here with his lights, and that's just not going too well. So I'm going to have to reform like that. And getting flanked, never a good idea, never a good situation. You always want to have the advantage here. And that was a bad move on him. He decides to run at the bad time, which cost him a thing of lights. And at the same time, I rush up my cheapest unit of cav, the Lutzhaus Freikorps. That's actually one of my favorite units in this game. I think I've mentioned before that in some previous videos. and they're 20 less than normal hussars, but they just do so much damage. They have an extra charge, and I think they have like one less defense or something, which I love, and they also have an extra morale. Oh, oh bless me. So yeah, I got a little bit of a charge in there, killed about 10, which is not great, but you know, I'll take it, whatever advantage I can get. So these guys have now they have that gap in their line, which I think red is going to exploit here soon, but it's not going to go super well because I don't know what's going on here, but he does not have a thing of anything behind his Russian Jaeger, so he can Warcry could just rush up with a thing of Chasseurs de Cheval and destroy that thing with him out being able to form a square or anything like that. Yeah, over here you can see he's got his little flanking force here and he's gotten rid of a foot guard and replaced it with a thing of militia. And he's going to try and push up his foot guards over here to get some shots off on my lights and swing the light fight in his favor. But I'm not going to have any of that as I just reform here and basically push up my musketeers. And I move a thing of lancers over because, you know, my closest unit is a thing of life hussars, and that's 840 coins, which that's an expensive unit, and I don't really want to waste that. And I got a lucky break here. He forms square a little bit late, so my charge actually kills about 20 men of that in that unit. Plus my musketeers haven't fired, and so they're going to get that pretty bunched up unit there and bring it down to about, I think it comes down to about 70 men. Yeah, 80. I think it keeps going down from there. Yeah. So basically, to counter this, he sends his thing of light dragoons in to kill my lights. But yeah, again, I'm not gonna have any of that. Move my guys back. Hell no, you're not getting my lights. Form the square here, and I start to rout him. And apparently, I got my thing of lancers away. I don't know how they didn't rout or anything like that. And over there, they've basically just kept they haven't really done much. They're just trying to get the light fight going or something. I don't know. Basically, the main engagement starts about right here between Red and Warcry, where he just pushes up his old guard and does all that crap. So there goes counterfacts one thing of cavalry, and he's basically killed 2 of mine. And I've got that guy left, but it's really not going to do a whole lot. And so now what I could do, if I wanted to, I could actually move, which I do eventually. I move my lights, and once your opponent is out of cavalry, you can basically just move your freaking lights out of there, so you can use your line more. And he's gonna push up again, and I'm gonna retreat back because I don't really want to engage there yet. Because I'm doing pretty well over here. As you can see, he's got 4 lights and 47, 38. He's got 2 strong ones, and I got 30, 60, 75, 64, and 41. So I have 5 lights. So basically over here, now this is where the first engagement here is, and Red's lifeguards just get absolutely chewed up by this old guard, and then the Polish Legion move up and actually get a shot off there too. But Red's just going to move up his thing of mounted rifles and take a shot at those and help him out. Never mind, I fired at the Polish Legion. And Red moves up and takes a first shot takes a volley at my guys. And so now these guys have just been taking shots from all the other stuff, and look at that guy, he's barely done anything. He's gotten killed like 30 old guard. And so that Cossack just hasn't done jack shit. And I sent a thing of lancers over here to help him out. I was surprised. Warcry, he messed up his micro a little bit. He didn't get that square. He gets 1 square, I think, but I don't know. And now Counterfact's just going to try and over here again, and I don't think it's going too well for his lights because that guy's about to rout too. Yeah. But over here they're actually doing pretty well against Russia. But as you can see, even he split his own freaking force. So now Red has a thing of musketeers over here, and that can fire. But Warcry did get a thing of shooter cav or chasseurs de cheval into them. which is not very helpful at all. And here's my Lancers just tearing stuff up, which is nice. It's nice to have. Trying to get that old guard to rout. And yeah, so basically this, he's still got 2 old guards and all that. Plus over here, this engagement's about to start, even though I try and avoid it for as long as I can. But it just doesn't happen too well. And there's my Lancers. There they go, they finally die. At 9 men, I like that. So I'm gonna try and retreat back again, right there. Trying to retreat my men so that I don't have to engage this flank yet. I'll be pulling back all my cav, the rest of my cav, my general, because I don't want to engage that flank because he's got 2 foot guards over there plus 4 foot, and you know I like my foot guards. I like my 3 foot guards over there, but that plus that Fencible is going to take up their first shot, so it's not going to go. He could probably win that flank fairly easily. Plus, he's got this 2 foot guards behind to take out my cav. And he gets exactly what he wants. He gets that first volley from, I think he gets both of these foot guards, their first volleys onto him. Yeah. But I do pull 2 things of light infantry over to defend against this thing of foot. And this foot gets absolutely demolished. He gets about, look at that. He's already down to 60 guys. He's taken a thing of foot guards, a thing of musketeers, and 2 Prussian lights on that guy, and it's just not doing too hot. There you go. He's about to rout. And you know, Counter actually does the smart thing with his other militia, and I didn't see this for a little bit. He actually rushes his his Fencibles into my lights because I don't have any line back there, and lights are very, very sensitive to melee. And luckily for me, those foot guards fired late, and I got a thing of Lancers into him, and which really helps me. And he didn't get that square, so I killed about even just after that charge and all the shots going behind him. He's lost 30 foot guards already. And he's just charging. I don't know why he did that. He just charged that guy in there. And now I've sent my Brandenburg Uhlans in there. He gets that square. I don't think my Brandenburg Uhlans did too well at all. But now I'm just starting to flank him here with my foot guards. And here come my Twarzies that just charged into his foot guards. And he does not see this. He does not get this square at all. So he's going to take a full charge from these Twarzies, which are these are Lancers, except that they give an inspiration. They have the guard ability to inspire nearby units, which is really nice. So he takes that full charge and loses half a unit of foot guards, which is awesome. Meanwhile, somehow this is just absolutely just turning into a fiasco of formations. We have Cav going all over the place. We have half of Rush over here, and then we have half of Rush over here. He's at a complete dead zone here. And then we have this thing of Swiss foot trying to flank over here. We have Cav running here to take out Chasseurs de Cheval. And we just have this Moscow Musketeer over here with my 2 Musketeers. And it's just a weird formation. I looked up on here, I was just like, what the hell is going on? Because as you can see, there's nothing here. There's absolutely nothing here. So basically you're just having 2 fronts. So nothing's going on over here. Everything's happening here. And it's basically just like 2 fights. There's like 3 fights going on at once. And now I've reformed my line. Then I think Red tries to flank with his Moscow Musketeers, but it doesn't go too well at all, as they just get those old guards get that volley, and it's just routed instantly. So yeah, there goes that Moscow Musketeer. Kills these Musketeers, and I think these guys they both move up here with his foot and his old guards, and I don't even see this. Yeah, I think he even routs both of them, or one of them, or something like that. I don't know, but basically, I'm just pushing here because I'm absolutely destroying this flank. He's got really damaged foot guards and damaged foot. And Now I'm just going to rush in my thing of Twarzes to take out the... never mind, those guys can't square. And he does square, he gets that square. And over here, again, it's just that freaking something going on. I don't know what's happening. It's just not going well, because they're maneuvering in this space where there should be men, but there's not men at all, and it's just weird. Really weird formations going on here. And as you can see, there you go. That guy routed at 50, and I killed a little bit, but really not so much at all. And my lights are just going to take out the rest of his King's Germans as I'm going 2v1 against that guy, and it's not going to go too well. And my Twarzes are doing work, which I really like. They're just going hard in the paint, going ham. And I'm just going to keep trying to flank him, And I have my life hussars here, which, I don't know, I might stop taking them. I don't know if they're really worth that 840. Because, I don't know, I think I could do the same amount of damage with just a normal hussar to infantry, especially against Britain. And, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah. Now I'm going to send, no, I thought I was going to send I thought about sending in my hussars to chase down that routing unit. And Warcry's Cav is just going to town, especially after, his general routed. Red's general routed, and he's just going to be a douche here and just move up this thing of Chasseurs de Cheval, but not charge them at all. Although they might get stuck on the square, I'm not sure though. Although, yeah, that was a bad decision on his part. He just runs past the square and gets shot to shit. So yeah, basically it's a pretty even game. Well, I think I've basically gained the upper hand in the light fight. Plus I have my guards here, and he just doesn't have much to counter it. And yeah, so basically you got a full thing of, you got 2 full things afoot, or almost 3 full things afoot, and that's about it. But I got my foot guards, which I'm happy about, and my hussar, which I'm disappointed in because this is what happens. It just get that light cav, and I don't know why, but I think they die like way easier than just normal light cap or something. I don't know. That charge just took out freaking. They've already lost 25 men, and they really haven't done like nearly anything. But whatever. That's what I'm saying. Should probably just bring normal freaking hussars and do the same amount of damage. And that old guard is just going hard. For somehow it's just going hard. Let's destroy that unit. And we have a routing Prussian Fusilier and another routing Prussian Fusilier, and this is actually where it starts going bad for me. He's gained the upper hand in the light fight, as he's got 2 now, and I've only got this one thing of musketeers that I think I actually got the first shot off. I don't know how, and I don't know. My morale is just taking a severe hit right now. So I'm just like, well, fuck that. Retreat. He's bringing over a thing. No, his lights are out of ammo. He's just trying to melee them. There goes my thing of musketeers. My foot guards are out of ammo. I've got no more cav left. Just trying to shoot up this last couple things of foot here. I don't know why these guys are shaking. Like, that's kind of weird because my general's still here and everything. There you go. Run my general into that thing of light foot. Gonna get that kill there, and I think. Oh yeah, no, I rushed my thing of Twarzes into that. He's gonna try and shoot my general, which luckily I don't take any casualties at all. And my 2 lights come back, which is really nice, even though they're all out of ammo except for 1, I think. So there you go. That's basically what's happening here. So now I'm just basically finishing up counterfact. And he's killed quite a bit of my men, so they could still actually probably win this, especially since these guys here are even, and Warcry has 2 full old guard, which I was actually really concerned about. I was like, oh crap, they could win this game, as well as having a full thing of Swiss foot and a good amount of light still. So there's the last foot and a general, which is finally going to be the demise of him as his general routes. And I have my foot guard formed in square here, which does quite a bit of damage. Especially it takes away that charge that I've mentioned in other videos. It takes away the charge of like Russia or basically anything else. So now Britain's dead, so now we gotta go focus on some French people. So I'm gonna have to fast forward here because basically it's just gonna be us reforming our men. And that Prussian Fallujah just routes because the rally ability ended on it. So yeah, so I guess I'll just catch up with you when everything is reformed and everything, and like that. Alright, welcome back everybody. So what's been happening is we just basically just reformed our lines. France is gonna be pushing here with his light and old guard, which is a good idea. I've sent my general over here because, you know, that's what happened when you don't have a general. You need some morale. And somehow I fucked up. I pressed Control A, which is select all the units, and yeah, which I did not mean to do. Yeah. So there you go. So France is gonna push up here. He's got that hammer, and it's still a winnable game. He could freaking rout these two old guards in game. That's game over right there. But luckily, Red still has this thing of Cav, which he can charge in there. And he actually is. But they're exhausted, so I'm not going to do too much. I don't know what he's been doing with them. Scratchy flatline shouldn't be exhausted. And basically, I'm just resting my men because they're tired, and yeah. Now, my general walking. I think I meant him to run, though. And yeah, he's trying to get his mounted rifles to charge this Voltigeur, which it's not working super well because they're not charging. There they go. And this charge is not going to do a whole lot because they're freaking exhausted. Yeah, the charge, they lost the charge to Voltigeurs, which is embarrassing. That's horrible. So yeah, so now I've started actually pressing up with my lights and the rest of my line, which only these two musketeers and I think this foot guard has like one shot left, and that light has like one shot left. So he's just gonna run away from here, and I don't know why he hasn't like moved up here or anything. I think he's just waiting for that cab to route or something. So I'm just fast forward. Oh, where'd my camera go? There it is. Okay, there you go. So I got a Swiss foot to waste their shots. And I'm going to start moving up here. And he's going to be a little kiting bastard here. And I don't know why, but I somehow lose that fight to Volts in melee, which are terrible. But there you go. Luckily, I get that freaking first. I waste his shot, which is awesome. And I'm just going to freaking melee with that old guard, or with my guard. And then send this guard into melee here, but he's going to form square. So, you know what I'm going to do to counter that? I'm just going to move away from that square and go attack this thing of Swiss foot, who is attacking my very tired foot guards. And he's just going to send his general into melee. Well, meanwhile, over here, we have Swiss foot going to fire, having to shoot at with some musketeers. And we have that last thing of Volts routed, as well as my general routed. I can't remember. I don't know how, but it routed. I didn't see it route, but it did. And now I've moved my musketeers over here, and they're gonna get that first shot off. But then I'm gonna, just charge it. And in that charge, I actually kill his general. And I don't know why I win that charge, but there you go. I kill his general, and then there goes the rest of his Swiss foot there. So now we have this flank. And now all we have to do is move in here which we do. I move over my musketeers. We still have that foot guard. Just still got a half unit, which, late in the game, it's good to have a good amount of foot guards. I'm just going to target fire with my musketeers on that Swiss foot, which should rout fairly quickly now that their general's gone. And yeah, there it goes. Now just time to mop up these old guard, which, even, well, not really. It's not really super winnable right now, but you could probably chain route our armies, because neither of us have a general, and those old guards give that scare ability, which is a pain in the ass. And he still has a full foot guard, and I don't know, maybe he could get a fire shot on that foot guard or something. I don't know. It'd be a tough win if a win at all. And I don't know. Yeah, he turns to attack these musketeers or something. I would have attacked the foot guards because they're much more of a threat, but it doesn't matter. Concerned army losses. And that's the game. So great game to our opponents. Virus Counterfact and Virus Warcry. It was an awesome game on grassy flatlands. And these are the end game stats. So there you go. There you have it. And foot guards did good work. And this is why I'm probably not going to be bringing those life hussars. I got 18 kills. I could save 300 and bring a thing of hussars and get about the same amount of damage. And they're a lot more expendable. So yeah, awesome game. Been a while since I've played a good game on Napoleon, and especially since Rome's coming out, which I'm really excited for. Can't wait for that. So yeah, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you next time, guys.